for nearly 10 years, and I've been with Denise for most of that time, nearly from the beginning. So, and I was saying this is our 5th solo show with her, so it's kind of lovely to be back again. But I was just saying too that the cutlery paintings, about 3 years to the day ago, I was in the States and I visited a house that was owned by one of the pilgrims, like first people over. And it had been in the house for generations, and I was upstairs, like a little wooden cottage that had all sorts of little add-ons to it, and I went into this tiny room and it was no bigger than a wardrobe, and you know those spaces where something's been moved away from the wall and you see the wallpaper, and it was absolutely beautiful, and there was just layers and layers, and I couldn't help but think, and of course I've been reading about the history of the family. And it stayed with me, and I took loads of pictures which went on my phone and I never did anything with, and eventually lost, as you do. But that was really the germ of this idea, and it took 3 years for it actually to come to this point where they were kind of born, if you like. So I'm really, really happy, for me, that I didn't give up on that little bit of an idea, that little bit of a spark of inspiration, and that eventually I followed it through. And lots of times I nearly gave up on it and thought, it's a stupid idea, it will never work or whatever. And I'm sort of teaching myself all the time, how to do this, and to follow through with that inspiration and see where it goes, and if there's a problem, to find another way, and to go with your heart and work hard and see if you can produce something that you can be proud of. So I just want to thank everybody for coming, because I'm so appreciative. There's so many people here from my courses and people who bought my work before, and my lovely friends and family, and my 2 lovely girls who I've hid. Aoife and Bethan, please find me. Because
FaceTime.
Yeah, I know. Snapchat, anybody got Snapchat? Aoife, Bethan. The paintings are really about family too. There's that kind of a layering. Here they are, and these 2 come here. So these 2 lovely girls have been very involved in the process, partly by encouraging me when I was like, oh no. And I remember one morning I came down, Aoife she was sitting having her breakfast, and she'd made a list of things that I might like to look at. And she was brilliant. It was like great, And Bethan was like my studio assistant. She helped me because they're quite big, so she's stronger than she looks. And Bethan helped me with the papers and gluing and being a second pair of hands. So these 2 have been fantastic. So thank you all so much, and enjoy the night. Thank you.